In this module, we will learn how to create a view. Views are a useful way to sort items in an entity. For example, comebacker contact records, college student records, or college accounts. Views use simple filtering logic to display records that meet a certain set of criteria. For example, you can create a view that shows only new comebackers that were added to your caseload in the last 7 days. You can also create a view that shows all of the college student records that are missing critical pieces of information, like a student's connection to a college. Views exist for all entities in Salesforce. For this example, we will walk through creating a view for the contacts entity that shows comebackers in the inquiry lifecycle. Navigate to the contacts view by clicking on the Contacts tab across the upper part of the screen. This will take you to the contacts view. The default view is usually recently viewed, but you can pin a view to make it the new default by clicking on the pin icon next to the name of the current view. To create a new view, click on the gear icon in the upper left part of the screen. Select New from the drop-down menu. This will bring up a pop-up window where you can select the filters for your view. First, select the box that says Filter by Owner. If you want to create a view that only contains comebackers in your caseload, select My Contacts. If you want to create a view that contains all comebackers in Salesforce, select All Contacts. Now we need to select the fields we want to use as filters. Since we are creating a view that only shows comebackers in the Inquiry Lifecycle role, we'll use the Lifecycle role as our filter. Click Add Filter and select Lifecycle role from the drop-down menu under Field. For our operator, we'll use equals, but there are several other operators that can help you create views, including not equal, contains, does not contain, and starts with. You should try out these other operators when creating views to get familiar with how they work. Click on the drop-down menu under Value to select what you want the lifecycle role to equal. You can select more than one option when creating your view, but for our sample, we will select only Inquiry. Note that because lifecycle role is a multiple choice field in Salesforce, we are given a list of options to choose from. If you are creating a filter using an open field, you won't have a drop-down list of options. This is why it is generally preferable to use fields that are multiple choice when creating filters. When you are done selecting your filter, click the Save button. At this point, you can add additional filters by clicking Add Filter, or you can close the filter selection box by clicking on the X in the upper right corner. The next step in creating a view is selecting the display fields, which are the fields in the headers of the table. When creating a view, there will likely be default display fields you don't need and additional display fields you would like to include. To edit the display fields, click on the gear icon and choose Select Fields to Display from the drop-down menu. This will bring up the Select Fields to Display box. This list on the left is all available fields that haven't been selected. The list on the right is all of the fields that are currently selected to display on your view. To move fields back and forth, select the field you want to move and click on the left or right arrow between the two lists. Use the up and down arrows on the right side of the screen to change the order that the fields are displayed in your view. When you are done choosing and arranging your display fields, click the Save button. When you are finished, the view should only show comebackers who are in the Inquiry Lifecycle role. To make edits to the filters, click on the funnel icon in the upper right part of the screen, or select Edit List Filters from the Gear drop-down menu. As mentioned in the first module, data completeness is critical to providing an accurate dashboard and demonstrating your program's effectiveness. Views can be a great way to discover areas where you are missing data. For example, you can create a view that shows all records that are missing data in key demographic areas such as race, gender, and employment status. You can use that view to compile a list of comebackers to contact to fill in those missing data points. This concludes our training module on creating a view. For more training on the Comeback Tracker, check out the other modules in this series. For general training on Salesforce, you can explore Trailhead, Salesforce's comprehensive training program. You can find links for all of this in the video description.